Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Her Conscious Styles, and I am limitless, boundless, conscious energy, masquerading as a human being named Mercedes Alexis. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I talked about in the last video, our awareness of being, and how our awareness of being is God, and how our awareness of being is creating our entire life, because everything is a mirror of our awareness of being. Another quote came to me when I was meditating, and I wrote it down, and it says, if you are seeking validation outside of you, nothing and no one can give it to you, because the outside can only mirror the inside, which is that you are seeking validation, which is another way of saying not feeling validated. So the people that you interact with, your job, whatever you're experiencing, can only mirror to you, making you feel not validated, because that is how you feel, and the outside can only mirror what you are experiencing and allowing yourself in consciousness. And I realized that you can switch the word validation for anything, and it will help you understand and have insight onto so many things. So I put also, if you are seeking abundance outside of you, nothing and no one can give it to you, because the outside can only mirror the inside, which is that you are seeking abundance, not feeling abundant. If you are seeking for love outside of you, nothing and no one can give it to you, because the outside can only mirror the inside, which is that you are seeking love, not feeling loved. If you are seeking for success outside of you, nothing and no one can give it to you, because the outside can only mirror the inside, which is that you are seeking success, not feeling successful. Our 3D reality is a mirror of what we are giving ourselves, what we are allowing for ourselves in consciousness. We cannot receive anything in the 3D that we haven't already given ourselves in our mind, that we haven't already given ourselves in our awareness, that we haven't already believed is possible for ourselves in our experience. Until we believe that something is possible for us in our experience, we will not experience it in the 3D. Until we can allow ourselves to believe that things are available to us in our imagination, they cannot be available to us in our 3D. The 3D is a mirror of our imagination, our consciousness, our awareness of being. That also made me think of another quote that I wrote from the book At Your Command by Neville Goddard, which I quoted in my previous video, which says, to assume the feeling of satisfaction is to call conditions into being which will mirror satisfaction. That is what Neville Goddard wrote. And I realized you could also substitute the word satisfaction with anything you want or desire or think that you can get outside of yourself. To assume the feeling of love is to call conditions into being which will mirror love. To assume the feeling of abundance is to call conditions into being which will mirror abundance. To assume the feeling of success is to call conditions into being which will mirror success. To assume the feeling of validation is to call conditions into being which will mirror validation. It has to happen in consciousness first, And the 3D mirrors that consciousness. What you allow yourself in consciousness, the 3D will mirror. That makes me think of videos that I've watched by Reverend Ike in the past, where he's talked about you have to give yourself the permission to have that thing before you can have it. And like, that may sound crazy to people, because it's like, of course I give myself permission. I'm an adult, I don't need permission. But you do need permission. You need to allow yourself to mentally believe that it's possible for you, to allow yourself to see it as part of your personal experience, not just as something that exists out there separate from you. You have to see it as part of you, as a part of who you are and your natural experience, so that it can manifest, because it already exists. Everything already exists at all times. There is only now. Everything exists now. It is only a matter of what we are allowing ourselves to be aware of, what our awareness of being is. That is what is dictating what is in our physical 3D experience. But everything is here right now. Everything now is all there is. I also wanted to tie in some quotes from the Bible that I believe further reiterate what I'm saying about how life, the 3D, is a mirror of what you are in consciousness, that consciousness is the root of all things. Consciousness is the God of our lives. Consciousness is the God of everything. Consciousness is everything. Consciousness is who we actually are, and this 3D is a reflection of that. And so the quotes from the Bible that I wanted to share that I feel like further reiterate this are, I have 3 from Matthew, 1 from Luke, and 1 from Revelations. So the 3 from Matthew are Matthew 6:10, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. Heaven is our awareness of being. Heaven is what we are allowing ourselves to experience. Heaven is not some place in the sky that we will go to when we die. Heaven is our awareness of being. Heaven is our conscious awareness. Heaven is what we are allowing ourselves. We are all creating our own individual heavens. Heaven is here now. Heaven is our awareness. We are all creating our own heaven. Matthew 10:7, the kingdom of heaven is at hand, which further reiterates what I was just saying. Heaven is at hand. It will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and heaven is at hand. This physical body is controlled by the mind. This mind, everything we desire is at hand. Everything we desire is here now. It's possible through our awareness of being, through our consciousness, through our belief. Everything is at hand. On earth as it is in heaven, as it is in heaven. Heaven comes first. Our conscious awareness comes first, and then what is in that conscious awareness, what we allow ourselves in that conscious awareness, is done on earth, but it is done in heaven first. We have to give ourselves it in heaven first, in our consciousness first, in our awareness first. We have to believe that we are the type of person, the person that can have that can do that can be that. Also Matthew 16:19, I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. That is another way of saying, whatever you bind on earth, whatever you attach yourself to on earth, whatever you care too much about on earth, whatever you just hold on to and don't let go, because we're supposed to let everything go. We're supposed to let everything pass. As conscious awareness, we're not supposed to attach ourselves to anything. We just are supposed to be, right? And so as we attach ourselves onto these different things, these different identities in the 3D, these different experiences in the 3D, as we bind ourselves to them on earth, they shall be bound in heaven, in our consciousness. And whatever you loose on earth, right? Whatever you let go of on earth, whatever you do let pass, whatever you do let go of, whatever you do let be and just experience and not attach yourself to, shall be loose in heaven. It shall be loose in your consciousness. And so your consciousness is free and clear to have and do and be the things you desire, because it is not holding on to and bound to all these different identities and experiences that you have held on to in the past. Understand that letting those go and just being who you are now, being what you are now, which is God, which is conscious awareness, awareness itself, imagination itself, creation itself. That is what you are. Allow yourself to be that, and you will be that in consciousness. And in consciousness, you can have and create and be and do and experience and give yourself any and everything you desire. But if you're holding on to things on earth, on the 3D plane, and bringing them into you, bringing them into your heaven, then that is a part of your heaven, and you will have to keep experiencing it. It is a part of your reality. You are insisting that it is a part of you in your experience. You are holding on to it. You are binding yourself to it in the 3D, and you are bringing that into your heaven. And so you must continue to experience it in different ways, in different forms, in different ways, in different forms, through different experiences with different people, but still the same kind of experiences, because you have bound yourself to them. Loose yourself from those things on the earth plane, as in don't identify yourself with them. Realize that you are a separate being. You are awareness itself, and you do not have to hold on to and bind yourself to these things and keep recreating them and re-experiencing them, because you keep bringing them into your heaven and you have made them a part of your heaven. Loose them and experience the things that you want to experience. Allow those things the freedom of expression and the creation that they deserve, because you have the freedom and the creativity to express and to do, because you're not bound. You're not holding yourself down. You're not limiting yourself. You're not stuck in the past and in certain identities and forms. You are everything, and you are allowing yourself all of it. The quote from Luke is Luke 17:20-21. The coming of the kingdom of God cannot be observed, and no one will announce, "Look here," or "Look there," for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of God is within you. It cannot be more clear than that. The kingdom of God, the power of God, the wisdom of God, the abundance of God, the love of God, the creativity of God, the allowing of God is within you. All you have to do is claim it and be that, trust that, identify with that, and allow that, experience that. The kingdom of God is within you. Your consciousness is the kingdom of God. Everything you desire is within your consciousness. Allow yourself the things you desire through your consciousness, through your belief, through your imagination, through your expectation. And the very last one is Revelation 21:3. Behold, the dwelling place of God is within man. It cannot be more clear. The dwelling place of God is within man. The dwelling place of God is within man. God is within all of us. God is all of us. We are all God. That is our true identity. That is who we truly are. Claim that in consciousness and allow that in the 3D. Experience that in consciousness and allow yourself to experience that in the 3D. What do we know of God? God is all powerful, all knowing, all doing, all loving, all having, all being. God is everything. God is within you. And so what does that mean? You are all knowing, all powerful, all having, all being. You are everything. You are God. Your consciousness is God. Trust that. Allow that. Identify with that. Be that. And allow your 3D experience to mirror that, because your 3D experience is always mirroring what you are identifying with, what you are seeing as true for yourself and your experience. You are everything now. You have everything now. All there is now. And you are the God of it all. Your consciousness is the God of now, which is all there is. Allow your consciousness to be that of the things that you desire. Of love, of abundance, of excitement, of fulfillment, of joy, of success, of prosperity. Allowing yourself everything you desire, because you are God and everything is at hand. The kingdom of God is at hand. God is within you. Allow yourself to experience the God within you, the knowing within you, the love within you, the abundance within you, because that is the root of all things. Your consciousness, your imagination, your expectation, your belief for yourself in this experience. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my content. Email me if you'd like a one-on-one consultation with me. And don't forget where God is. God is within you.